Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the brothers doing the work of sincerity and the truth, the hopeful elect. The brothers laboring every day, wait for the day for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai to return so we can get out this place. Peace and salutation to you. I want to get into just basically something to brotherhood and loving, and just loving the brotherhood, and and being in peace with the brotherhood, and just trying to be on a balance with everything that you do. So I'll get a little scriptures. It's like it's the greatest commandment. I'm gonna read from the Mark, the 12th chapter. This is Mark 12 and 28. It says, one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together and perceiving that he had an answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all? And Yahweh answered him, then the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one. And we know that's in Deuteronomy 6 and 4, I believe. Let me check. Deuteronomy 26 and 4. Right, 6 and 4. It's in Deuteronomy 6 and 4, right? That's what David, so Shema Yashala Yahweh Alahayanawa Yahweh Chet, right? So let's continue. It says, and thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Yeah, so this your whole, you got to engulf yourself in this work. Basically you got to be a man of just basically laboring in this truth, this word. What did our forefather Paul do? What did brother Paul do? He labored in his work. All thy mind. So everything we think about is about this work, really. All day, all night. You got times where you have to do things, to balance out, but you have to actually be mindful that, hey, Yahweh Shemiah was coming, and we can't just waver in this work, man. We can't just pass by everything that's given to us. This thing is a precious thing, man, and only certain men have it. Many are called, but few are chosen. So we want to be the one that's chosen. The eclectos, man, right? The elect, the bakiyam. So that's what we're dealing with. Let's get a couple of scriptures on meditate. It says, this is Psalms 119 and 15. I will meditate in thy precepts, and I have respect unto thy ways. Right. The precept is basically a commandment, man. Things that we deal with in the scriptures that we go to for understanding. Because when we flip this book, the precepts give us understanding. So let me continue on. This is verse 30. It says, thou shalt love the Lord with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. And this is the first commandment. So we got to be engulfed with the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, and Yahweh Shai sacrificing itself for us, man. So we got to really be keen in this work, man, and this work and this word, man. Because, hey, we at the end. We know this, right? It says, verse 31. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor and as thyself. So when you dealing with a brother, man, don't because you got some guys that's forward, you got some guys that's more laid back, but then you got to balance, because sometimes if you push too much, brothers will try to resist you. If you too laid back, brothers will see that your strength is not as it's supposed to be. So as a leader in the camp, or a leader in anything in Israel, you got to be more in strength. Like the word Abel goes to father, and that's strength. The head of the family, everything else, and the symbol of that is what, an ox, right? So we got to have strength, and brothers got to see it and exude it. If the brothers see you weak, sometimes they won't. You even if they seem to perceive to be weak, don't let the weakness of that deceive you, because you can let Satan think that man is weak, and that man is just in the spirit and waiting for the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah to do certain things. Because some men just, believe in Yahweh Shema Shah so much, you might think that he's laid back. But in his truth, you gotta understand that the brotherhood, you gotta be more balanced with the brotherhood. You might have men that's maybe stronger in the scriptures, but the gifts are still given, right? And the gifts are given to certain men, and the stronger gifts, but still Yahweh Shema Shah still set men up in that thing. But the brotherhood is what you have to be. Brothers have to treat other brothers like themselves. All right. So this is let me read verse 31 again. It says, and the second is like this, namely, this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. So if you love your brother like yourself, you won't do nothing wrong to him, man. They won't try to be spiteful in certain things in certain areas, man. So we got to keep that, because remember, Yahweh Shema Shah is watching. You can fool man, but you can't fool the spirit. All right. It says, this is verse 32, and the scribe said unto him, well, master, thou hast said truth, for there is one power, and there is none other but he. True, because there's only one power, and then one power is Yahweh Shema Shah that orchestrates this whole thing, man. You got these men out here that's going into other ways and other doctrines and other deities, but yeah, the true power is the only power we know. Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shema Shah, Yahweh Shah is given. They're gonna be given it's your own inheritance, and we're gonna reign with the Yahweh Shah, okay? And to love him, love Yahweh Shema Shah love him with all thy heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself is more than all whole burnt offerings and sacrifices, because Yahweh Shema Shah done away with the sacrifices, man. Because look, Israel was so wicked, they got to the point where they was just taking the turtle dove or the poor lamb and just go ahead and sacrifice that, and sacrifice it, knowing they about to go do wickedness. You got to be, Israel's doing that now, They know they're doing wrong, and then they have to ask for forgiveness, But it's no animal sacrifice no more, because you niggas done overdid it, So I got a couple precepts off that. Let me go to let's say Leviticus 19 and 18. This is Leviticus 19 and 18, because sometimes when we deal with certain brothers, sometimes we feel like they're over, they're not brotherly or anything. And something like that, if you had a fault with them or something like that, you're not giving your whole spirit unto them, man. I mean, you're not as a brother, So that, and then you probably, through the spirit, hope not brothers doing that shit, but doing worse. Doing worrisome things to brothers, man. Don't be out here thinking you can do anything to any brother, man. Because Most High will get your ass, man. Let me go to verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart, and thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Right? Verse 18, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah. Ye shall keep my statutes, and thou shalt not let that Salakia. That's it on that. But we can't avenge on the brother. This is really brother and brotherly and brotherhood, man. So Yahweh Shema Shah has given us blessings to be in this work, this truth, this word. We know we're in the flesh. Sometimes we get upset. Sometimes brothers gonna get spiritually carnal, wanna do this. But look, the Most High always sees, man. If a brother, if something happening, let the Most High pray to Yahweh Shema Shah sincerity, man. The time is coming, man. We gonna need each other so much. All that stuff is gonna get shaky. Love yourself, love your brother like yourself, man. Cause you ain't gonna do yourself wrong, man. Brothers. Some brothers want to see brothers fall out of positions. Hey, the Yahweh Shema Shah are always there. If that's what Yahweh Shema Shah's will, That's Yahweh Shem Yahshua's will, you know. Let me get let me go to Romans 13 and 9. Let's go to Galatians 15 and 4 instead. It's Galatians 15 and 14. It says, for all the law is fulfilled in one word, even is this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So be true to your brother in the brotherhood, man. Love. Don't do no wrong to somebody that you won't want do nothing done wrong to you. Because remember, the eyes of the Lord is 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And the angels see all this, man. They see all that bullshit, that candor, and that spitefulness, man. Love that brother, man. All right. This is James chapter 2 verse 8. James 2 and 8. It says, if ye fulfill the royal law according to the scriptures, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, ye do well. Right? Because if you love thy neighbor as yourself, so you wouldn't want to see no harm come to your brother. Help your brother, man. Help, continue in this work in the will and do what Yahweh Shah did, man. Look, we got a great example, Yahweh Shah, man. So follow the example Yahweh Shah did. Continue in that. Follow that. Let me read on, because it's just probably the opposite. Verse 9, but if ye have respect of persons, ye commit sin and are convinced of the law as transgressors. So if you over here only because a guy coming to camp and he has material items, or he has money, or he's actually smarter, and the spirit is on him a little bit more, so you gravitate to him. But some of these guys, hey, we had examples out here, man. Lahab and etc. They knew them scriptures, man. But the meek, the Lord look at the faith of that man, man. So love your brother, man. You don't know what's in there, because sometimes you got brothers that can't even read at all in this work. And what they do, the faith they became hearers, and then they became doers. So they hear the word of the Lord, how about Shema Shah, and they start doing this work in this will. So that's beauty. That's the beauty of this thing, man. Yahweh Shema Shah even had men that come in. They say, yes, it says, blessed at him that readeth, but what if they couldn't read? But they could understand what's being said and believe that they're Israelites. And what if they could believe that, they could read, they can't read well, but their faith is strong, So let's go to 1 Peter 2 and 17. This 1 Peter 2 and 17, it says, honor all men. Honor your brother, man. Love the brotherhood. We got to stay strong in this. Fear Yahweh Shema Shah. And fear Yahweh Shema Shah. It says honor the king. But hey, look, the whole thing is, look, love the brotherhood, because these are commandments. These are precepts. So hey, and with that, hey, look, brother, we got to love each other like we basically doing. It's certain things that brothers have quarrels or whatever. So, hey, and with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Shema Shah, Shem, Karkadash. Peace, salutation, you brothers doing this work, and we almost out of here in Shalom.